The Cubs have a superstar on their team. His name is PCA.
You are Locked On Cubs, your daily Chicago Cubs podcast. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
I'm Matt Cozy. He is Sam Olber, and you are Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Today's episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The biggest stage of world soccer is here. Let there be goals on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to get started now. On today's episode, a lot of injury updates here, more than we would like to give. Also, some bullpen notes and possible additions that actually are from inside the system, but maybe some unexpected names, some veteran names. Cubs Cardinals preview, getting into some numbers here with the All-Star break approaching. And we start with Pete Crow-Armstrong, who we knew was a star-level talent, but I think there was some wonder if what happened last year was a flash in the pan. Now, what he did last year was for a while. It was about 90 games. But Sam, this run he's on is not only confirmation that he can be a star and that he has an ability to carry the team, but he's really gone above that into territory that is a lot of fun.
I always thought, when they traded for him and when I did my homework on him, I always thought there was a star level player in there. I never was overly concerned early, but I never thought he'd reach this, right? Because this is different than last year. It really is. And you say, why? It's very simple. The walks. I mean, he walks now. So I mean, I've said this 1,000 times.
You better believe it.
But in walking more, he hasn't lost any of the things that made him great last year. He's kept everything the same. He's just all of a sudden now a good on-base guy, like a really good on-base guy. Like his numbers right now. And again, we always talk about these guys at a peak. Like he's going to come down just like everyone else comes down. He's going to have a colder stretch. But I mean, his numbers right now are, he's a 375 on base percentage. That's big boy level territory, right? Like that's, if he were to finish the year like that, I mean, it would be, this is a guy that never could take a walk, had all these holes in his swing. And I think it's really good precedent or an example for prospects that the Cubs have. And because PCA, I mean, I remember when we had Lindsey Crosby on a lot, right? And like PCA was never a guy, he was always a very high level prospect, but mostly because of the floor, because he was such a good defender, such a good base runner. There was never a world where anybody, whether it's me, whether it's any prospect, would have imagined this. And I'll tell you this, Jed Hoyer would tell you the same thing. He never thought Pete would be this, a 290-ish, 375, 575 guy. Again, we got a long way to go, but the stuff he's showing right now, last year felt unsustainable with the way he was hitting home runs on pitches in the dirt, pitches at his eyes, not walking. Mm-hmm. This approach, now I'm not saying it's going to be at this level, but this approach seems much more likely that we're talking about a guy at the end of the year that genuinely might finish in the top 2 or 3 in MVP voting.
Yeah, I guess today or Sunday could be our 4-year anniversary show. I remember 4 Julys ago.
I forgot about that.
I remember 4 Julys ago. We did like 2 segments on Pete in the Futures game.
Oh, I don't even remember.
And then a couple weeks after that, we had Lindsey on, as you mentioned, and it was the X equals PCA or whatever.
Oh, that wasn't one of my best.
And it's just wild how, and he made a cameo late 23.
And
but really, he should have, though.
And he didn't get hit.
No, he didn't get a base hit. And Sam, he's walked this season 10 times more than all of last season.
It's unbelievable. And, it's so funny. I forgot you mentioned the fact this guy's been a part of our show and our lives now for a while. Like when we took over, he was their top prospect.
Number 1 and top 5 in baseball.
And then I totally forgot that he made that cameo in 23, which was odd.
It was very strange.
And then, correct me if I'm wrong, he started 24 in the minors, then came up like pretty quickly, struggled early, then had
back down.
Then went back down. Then had a solid second half in 24.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the 25 season we know, and the 26. I mean, he's been a part of 4 seasons.
Yeah, he's been with us the whole time. Yeah, I mean, last year
regular season
was his first full season in the majors.
Right, because 24 he hit the minors. Right. I remember. I just remember one story that sticks out to me. It was when they swept Houston at Wrigley in 24.
For sure, he hit that home run.
We were at school, and I think it was his first career hit. Was also a homer, if I remember that correctly. And it was against the Astros. And I remember just texting you PCA, like 3-run homer, Cubs sweep, Bedlam, or something like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was I was sitting right over there. Sorry, go ahead.
It's a good moment. Yeah. He's first in wins above replacement right now. He's second in MVP odds on FanDuel. I think he's clearly in that convo with Ohtani. I think I'd put Soto in there. Schwarber and Harper are a crazy duo right now in Philly.
Yeah, forget Soto. That team's terrible.
Have 2 historical markers for you.
Please.
So PCA is only the second player since at least 1920 to have at least 8 steals, 11 homers, 17 walks, and 40 hits in a month.
Okay.
It's a very niche stat.
Yeah, it's a little much, but let me think.
The person to do it was one of the greatest ever.
Okay. Hold on. Let me get there. Say the counting. 8 what?
Steals.
8 steals.
11 homers. 17 walks and 40 hits. The only other player to do it was this player in 1992.
Oh, that gives it away. Bonds.
Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I would have liked to get there without the year.
Really?
Yeah, I would have gotten there. My first guess was good. My first guess was going to be Mantle or Mays, and then I was going to go right to Bonds.
Well, then you can guess this one. I don't apologize for stating the year.
Yeah, it's an easy one once you state the year. Go ahead.
How about 370?
This is what I do for a living, man.
375 plus batting average, 775 plus slug, 15 walks, 10 plus homers. Only 2 players accomplished that feat in a month. It's also 2 of the greatest ever.
Okay, so 375 average.
Yep.
775
slug, if that helps. 15 walks, 10 homers.
Bonds.
I don't have that on here.
Okay.
Probably because he didn't hit that well or something. Maybe
he did hit 362 he did 362 in a season once. So
okay, well, why isn't he on here then?
All right, well then he might have not done it in a month. There's a lot of numbers you're throwing at me here.
I know it's fun with numbers.
Yeah. 370.
Some connections to yesterday. With the Dansby trivia.
Okay, some connections with the Mantle or DiMaggio.
Incorrect. Correct.
Gehrig
and
both Yankees.
Yep.
Ruth.
Baby Ruth.
Gehrig and Ruth.
And PCA is now the 3rd player. It's Ruth, Gehrig, and Crow-Armstrong on that list, Sam.
Say that. So 375, 700 plus slugging.
Yeah, 775 plus slug.
Oh, God. It's too random.
Yeah, it's too random, dude.
Yeah, it is. But those are 2 of the greats.
Less slightly random is where he ranks in Cubs history. I want to get you these numbers.
Jimmy Fox, is he on there?
As well. No, he was on that Dansby list. I do want to go over these PCA numbers compared to these other guys.
Same usual.
With the Cubs. Oh. And we are going to do that right after this. Today's episode is brought to you by Amazon. A big thank you to our friends at Amazon for this limited break this back-to-school season. Spend less on your kids with Amazon. We all know how crazy the back-to-school shopping experience can be. It starts with a few items on the list, and suddenly you're shopping for supplies, clothes, lunch gear, tech, and about 10 other things that you didn't see coming. It adds up fast. Like when you buy clothes for back to school, then your kid has a growth spurt 2 weeks later and you're right back where you started. Sometimes it feels like they're growing faster than your budget keep up. What about when you're buying supplies and you find yourself asking how a calculator become one of the more expensive items in the cart? You weren't expecting that. Feels like there's a lesson in there somewhere, right? The calculator costing you more money than you even realize, and you try to figure it out. So remember, with Amazon's low back-to-school prices, just spend less on your kids, because every dollar you don't spend on them is a dollar you haven't spent on them. Shop back to school at Amazon and spend less on your kids. To check out Amazon today. Thank you for listening to Locked On Cubs. And if you haven't already, go check out our new Everydayer Club, which includes ad-free episodes and more. Go to lockedoncubs.supercast.com or click the link in this episode description. PCA is going to the All-Star game. Want to get into that. Later Cubs Cardinals preview and a whole lot more. I'm not sure how well this graphic is going to show up on the screen, Sam. But I've really dug into my research bag here.
Sure.
And
I also remind me. I have a very interesting factoid to tell you later before we go.
Okay. Between 33 and 37 games, this is literally one of the best stretches I've ever seen as a Cubs fan by a Cubs player. Okay. Derek Lee in 2005. This is all sorted by average.
This is great.
But PCA is there with Lee in 05, Rizzo 16, Bryant 16, Aramis Ramirez also 05. How was the 05 team that bad?
Right.
18 Baez, 26 Pete, and 98 Sosa.
Wow.
Dude, this is insane. And no one's going to top Lee. 441, 493, 853, /line 1346 OPS in 34 games. But Sam, Pete's right there.
Wow. That's wild.
It's just wildly impressive.
Sosa had 25 homers in a 33-game stretch.
Yeah, 33 games. 49 runs batted in.
Yeah, that's comical. But yeah, no, he's right on here. And remember, he's also playing great defense.
Right.
11. Yeah, it's I hate to be this guy, but can you just put that up one more time?
Yeah.
When I put this up and I see these OPS numbers, do you want to know what? Do you want to know what? I'm just going into my baseball craziness. Barry Bonds did this 4 straight years. Those numbers the entire time.
It's just hard to fathom.
Like in 2004, his OPS, I pull it up, I believe was 1.42. Yeah, here it is, 1.422
for the whole year.
For the whole year.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's not about and I get it. Steroids. Yeah. I'm just saying it's insane. But yeah, no, unbelievable. Great work by you on that. Yeah. And it's weird. I thought Sosa's, so you know what it is? It's that because Pete's 37-game stretch, it's more than a month, because for a month, his OPS was actually higher than Sosa's.
Yeah, it was. And I know that this spills to May 22nd for Pete.
Yeah.
When he really began the turnaround. But yeah, his June was obviously incredible.
25.
All the historical markers were going towards here.
33 games. I mean, it's a season.
I don't see how these 6 guys, Pages, Marsh, Acuna, Hernandez, Soto, and Harris. I mean, I get Soto, but the other 5, how are they going to start over Pete?
Well, it's fan voting, right?
I mean, Marsh has hit well all year, I guess.
Is he having a good year, Marsh?
I mean, he was hitting like 320 at one point, but I don't know what he's hitting now. He lost his razor again.
He's hitting 319. He's having a great year.
Wow.
I didn't realize he was hitting. Geez, he's got to be the NL batting champion at 319. It's got to be pretty close to. Arise or Otto Lopez. Yeah. Right. I forgot my boy.
Sunday, the All-Star rosters get announced. I'm excited to hear Pete's name.
Yeah, he'll make it. And he'll be the only one
as a reserve.
Yeah, he'll be the only Cub, right?
He will be. I think there might be like a couple names that are like deep on the whiteboard if like the replacements get down to
like who?
Like really low on the board. If like the replacement for the replacement for the replacement.
Name. Okay, so like who?
Ryan Rollison.
Stop it.
Okay, he allowed 1 run in June. He has a 4.6 ERA since May 20.
Look, I love the kid. I love the kid. He ain't making the All-Star team. He hadn't pitched. He just hadn't pitched enough.
Well, he could replace one of the relievers. What about Seiya?
He's not an All-Star.
And Ben Brown was under consideration too.
Brown would have made it. Brown would have made it. He was an All-Star.
He wouldn't have made it.
If he kept pitching.
You mean not as a replacement, right?
Yeah, he would have made the team as a reserve if he kept pitching the way he was pitching before he got hurt.
Okay, so he would have made it over Mizorowski, Burns, Skeens, Sanchez, Wheeler, Yamamoto.
Well, first of all, Skeens has an ERA close to 4.
Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah, but I think he would have gotten one of your reserve spots that you're talking about.
Well, that's great.
More likely than Rollison.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
just wanted to give a shout out to Rollison, man.
Here, should Bush make it?
Well, no, before his 2-hit game Wednesday, he was 7 for his last 52.
Who's managing it? Is it Murphy or Roberts?
I don't know.
Okay.
Bregman, by the way, last 30 games, speaking of cold.
It's not cold in here.
Only hitting 196. I give a thumbs down to that. Sam, Seiya's last 24 games, he's slashing 344, 419, 622.
No, he's hot again. I'm just over it. And not in a bad way. Like this, this is who he is. I'm just not going to get overly excited because I know what's coming on the other side.
Swanson last 13 games, 365 with 9 homers.
Well, no, the last 13 games, he's the best player. In the last 13 games, the only people you could compare him to are guys that have songs written about him in the 40s. I mean, Joe DeMa, and here's to you, Dan Swanson.
Pete? Him and Pete are the best players.
So much right now. Dun, dun, dun. Simon and Garfunkel, I believe.
Make those plays at shortstop. Your bat finally came along.
That they should be playing that song July 4th. That song makes me think. It just makes me think about just good things on American country.
They're doing something different with the uniforms and the hats. I'm really excited to see those on Saturday.
I don't care.
Cubs are 49-38. They've won 5 straight. They're 15-4 since June 11th. Right now, Sam, the Cubs are minus 385 on FanDuel to make the playoffs.
Oh, I thought you were saying for Friday's game. I was like, wait, what? Who are the Cardinals pitching? Me?
Let's start getting into that series. It's Peterson and Palante, Imanaga and Leahy and Assad and Liberator. Good luck finding the games, folks. 3:05 on Marquee Friday, 7:08 on Fox Saturday, and 1:30 on Peacock on Sunday. Expectations for this series?
For them to win the series is the expectation.
Yeah, 2 out of 3, yeah.
The expectation's 2 out of 3, and why not roll out a sweep?
Yeah, kind of a mild upset in my mind with Shota pitching. I thought they'd give him another day. And pitch him Sunday and maybe throw Bryce Wilson Saturday, but I hope it works out.
My guess is that you'll see Wilson in bulk at some point over the weekend.
Yeah, I wonder who he's going to follow. Maybe Peterson.
Yeah, Assad. Did you mention?
Yeah,
him?
I guess he could follow Assad. Yeah, Assad that's a mild upset too.
Assad didn't exactly trick anybody the other night.
No, he didn't. Didn't the Cubs have problems with Palante the last time? Unusually.
I don't remember. I know they've hit him in the past. The Cardinals have had such a weird year. I honestly, the Cardinals remind me a lot of the White Sox, in the sense that they're having a very solid season.
Unexpectedly,
and it's I think you have to watch them every day to figure out why that is. They have a grindy lineup, and they've gotten. For the most part, they've gotten decent pitching, and they've gotten decent pitching from guys that I wouldn't consider going into the year decent pitchers. And Palante's one of them. I think you didn't mention McGreevy, so the Cubs are missing him. He's probably been their best guy.
They're missing. Yeah, McGreevy probably makes the All-Star game.
Does he really?
I think so.
Well, I guess you have to have one representative. Is Jordan Walker? He'll make it, right?
Oh, I would hope so. Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't. I frankly don't care if he makes it or not. But yeah, I mean,
Well, I think he's going to make it with his numbers. Sure. It's not that I hope so as a fan. I just
I know
what
we know what you man.
And Kyle Leahy is going to throw probably 50% curveball Saturday night.
And Liberatore has been knocked around a bit. I think his ERA is up there. So, look, it's going to be a really hot series. Not as hot as the Padres, but the Cubs are rolling right now. It's going to be a great atmosphere. I fully expect the Cubs to come on and take care of business.
Good. Yeah, at least Friday will be another heat wave. Winds already projected a blowout over 10 miles an hour.
Let me get a line on that game.
See if it levels off at all. I think the Cubs are a very short favorite. Maybe like minus 130.
Really?
What are you seeing? Yeah, I saw minus 126 earlier on FanDuel.
Probably taking the cut.
We'll see about
that. Yeah, it's not up there yet. Yeah, I mean, Palante's had a nice year.
Yeah, he has. So has Tyler Ferguson, Sam. We're going to talk about him and
bigger favorites.
And some other bullpen notes coming up next.
This episode is brought to you by FanDuel. The biggest stage of world soccer is here, and every match feels like it has the potential for a memorable moment. One goal can completely change the energy of a game, shift momentum, and alter the outcomes in an instant. That's what makes tournament soccer so exciting, from the opening whistle to the final kick. Now, FanDuel is giving fans another reason to stay locked into every match with every goal pays. Bet on a match and get bonus bets for every goal scored in that match. More goals means more bonus bets. All you have to do is turn on your token, folks. The greatest team sport athlete, with all due respect to Michael Jordan, course, at least in my eyes, Lionel Messi takes the field. And we're at the point now where any game he takes the field could be the final time he takes the field for Argentina at 39 years of age. Hopefully that won't be Friday against Cape Verde, where Argentina are heavy favorites. But as we've seen in these knockout stages with Germany, you just never know. From the opening whistle to the final kick, let there be goals on FanDuel. Visit FanDuel.com to get started right now.
Alongside Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy, and this is Locked On Cubs, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. We're lifelong fans taking our passion to discussion with you on all things Cubs. Thank you for making us the number one Cubs podcast. Lost my place there.
Wow, minus 124. That scares me.
Interesting, right?
Yeah, I thought we'd be like minus 160.
Sam, what are your thoughts on Jacob Webb lately? Last 4 times out, he hasn't allowed a run, 6 strikeouts, but 4 walks. Would you like to see Tyler Ferguson, 8 strikeouts to no walks and 5 1/3 with the Cubs, get an opportunity in the 9th? Or is it going to be Webb? Is it going to be Rollison?
I think it's all just pieced together right now based on matchups. Ferguson's going to see righties. Rollison's going to see lefties. Webb could see both, which makes him more likely to be in the 9th. I think Webb's done a great job. I like what I've seen from Ferguson. I love what I've seen from Rollison, despite me kiboshing his all-star opportunities.
Who would be the 4th guy there? Thornton?
Yeah. Yeah, Thornton or no, Thielbar. Thielbar versus lefties would be ahead. Yeah, Thielbar. You're probably looking at Thielbar is actually probably going to see more lefties late than Rollison. Maybe Rollison a little earlier. And then Ferguson's earned the right. Thornton's earned the right. But I think Webb right now is if there is a guy, I put quotations, he'd be the guy. But I just think everybody in that bullpen has done a heck of a job to stay afloat. You know, they're in the deep end and they're just staying afloat. And I like Ferguson. I like. Listen,
me too.
I like Howell. I like guys that are funky. Like when you're in a situation that the Cubs are in where they're just basically out of guys. Let's just call it like it is. They're out of guys. Have a little bit of a funk. You know what I mean? Guys that throw sidearm, guys that are more specialists that could just kind of get you through a little bit. Like if Hollowell throws strikes, that's a tough AB for righties. If Ferguson throws strikes, a tough AB for righties. You know what I mean? Just ways to piece it together. And I think Council's done a tremendous job of that.
Absolutely. No, he has. And I think one of his Council's quotes the other day, and it feels like it too, as a fan, they're just pitching the available guys.
Right.
That's who they have. What's interesting is some of the guys that might be available soon for them. They've taken a lot of flyers on people. Some have worked, some haven't. But there's 3 veterans, notably, that they have that are all now at AAA Iowa. Drew Pomerantz is pitching at AAA Iowa already.
Wow.
He was outstanding last year. He was one of the main guys last year.
Yep.
Left as a free agent with the Angels. Angels cut bait with him. Then the Cubs. So he's already there. Then who shows up from Sloan Park on Tuesday to Des Moines but Aaron Bummer and Liam Hendricks, who are now reporting with the iCubs. This has my attention because it seems like to me the Cubs are trying to figure it out internally on the relief side, and they're going to go external on the rotation side, already evidenced by Peterson. I think there's a chance they get Peralta. But I think they're really trying to piece it together internally. And I think it would be wild if we saw Pomerantz. I actually think that would be a cool story if he pitched well again for them. Mm-hmm. But to see a Hendricks or a Bummer and for it to work, it does give some credence, some proof to their system working for the most part.
I agree with that. I also think there's an element of, how do I say it? Like, you take a guy like Pomerantz that struggled to start the year and you just gamble on the fact that he's going to get back down to earth in a good way. The Hendricks story is amazing because, he's battled cancer, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So, I mean, that just him getting back to the big leagues, I mean, and arm issues and stuff would be a crazily cool story.
It really would. One of the biggest that I would recall.
Yeah. So, yeah, those are things to monitor. I'll be checking that when I check Ballesteros in AAA. Yeah,
do that. Jamison Tyone is pitching for AAA Iowa on Sunday. So, outside shot. We see him before the break, but if things go well, definitely right after. Daniel Palencia started playing catch this week. That's nice. Edward Cabrera is supposed to start playing catch next week. So a lot of good things here. Jackson Wiggins is going to go back to AAA soon. He's been rehabbing at high A. So
Wiggins is another one to watch. Wiggins is another one to watch.
Even if it's for just one inning at a time, like only the last 20 games.
I'm telling you.
Something small like that.
If this thing doesn't work this year and they have an early exit or whatever it is, I don't think it's going to be because of the pitching. They're going to figure that out.
Interesting. Okay.
I just don't think the pitching is going to be the reason they win anything either.
Right. It's going to be the position guys.
Yeah. We roll our dice with these gentlemen here and hope that they continue to get hot and that when they do get cold, let's hope they get cold again, mid-August. And so it lasts about to mid-September, and then they can get hot when they need to.
Yeah, that'd be really nice. Thank you for tuning in to Locked On Cubs. Make sure you subscribe and follow so you get all the latest episodes. For those of you on video, we send you to the first ever 24/7 national Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel. And on audio, make sure your second listen is Locked On MLB. For Sam Olber, I'm Matt Cozy. This is Locked On Cubs.